The emergency session of the Galactic Council convened in chaos. Ambassador Zethkar of the Vorthan Empire slammed his six-fingered fist against the crystalline podium, his scales rippling with distress. "This was supposed to be a simple conquest," he hissed into the translation matrix. "Earth showed no advanced technology, no unified military, no spacefaring capabilities beyond their primitive chemical rockets." Counselor Vina, her ethereal form flickering with agitation, materialized beside him. "The preliminary scans were accurate, Zethkar. How could we have predicted this?" On the massive holographic display dominating the council chamber, real-time footage from Earth played in horrifying detail. What had begun as a routine planetary subjugation had devolved into something none of the galaxy's oldest civilizations had ever witnessed. 3 months earlier, the invasion had commenced flawlessly. The Vorthan fleet, comprising over 1,000 vessels, had positioned themselves in Earth's orbit. Their initial broadcast demanding surrender had been met with the expected confusion and panic from the primitive species below. But then came the humans' response. Rayan Martinez wiped the grease from his hands as he emerged from beneath the improvised war machine. What had once been a combine harvester now bristled with salvaged alien weaponry, its hull reinforced with steel plating torn from a destroyed shopping mall. "Rose, fire up the engine," he called to his partner, who was hunched over a jury-rigged control panel that sparked intermittently. Rose Chen didn't look up from her work, her fingers dancing across alien interfaces she'd learned to operate through pure trial and error. "Give me 30 seconds. I'm trying to sync the shield harmonics with the wheat thresher blades." Rayan shook his head in amazement. 6 weeks ago, Rose had been a graduate student in agricultural engineering. Now she was somehow integrating captured Vorthan technology with farm equipment, creating weapons that had their alien enemies retreating in confusion. "Ma'am, we've got movement on the horizon," reported Jake, their teenage lookout, his voice crackling through the salvaged communications array. "Looks like another scouting party." Rose's improvised creation roared to life, its hybrid engine producing a sound that was part diesel rumble, part alien energy core hum. "Let's show them what Earth's harvest season looks like." In the council chambers, the assembled delegates watched in stunned silence as the latest battle footage unfolded. The humans weren't just resisting, they were adapting at an impossible rate. "Impossible," whispered Counselor Thane, his crystalline carapace dimming with shock. "They're using our own weapons against us, but they've modified them." The display showed human fighters wielding Vorthan plasma rifles that had been welded to crude metal frames, their power output somehow amplified beyond original specifications. Captured hover vehicles buzzed through city streets, their sleek designs now bristling with Earth weaponry. Everything from mounted machine guns to what appeared to be modified fireworks. "Look at this," Admiral Kess pointed a tentacle at another screen. "They've turned their agricultural equipment into assault vehicles. That machine just harvested an entire squadron of our ground troops." But it wasn't just the improvised weapons that disturbed the council. It was the humans themselves. Rayan ducked as plasma fire scorched the air above his head. The Vorthan patrol had spotted their position, but that had been part of the plan. While Rose maneuvered their mechanical monster through the wheat field, cutting down alien soldiers with modified thresher blades, Rayan was already thinking 3 moves ahead. "The community center's been fortified," he reported into his radio. "Mrs. Patterson's quilting circle has the high ground with those captured sniper rifles, and the high school robotics team finished weaponizing the school buses." The response crackled back immediately. "Copy that. The Anderson farm reports successful integration of alien hover tech with their irrigation system. They've created a mobile water cannon that shorts out Vorthan electronics." Rose laughed as she guided their harvester tank through another line of enemy troops. "Did you hear about the retirement home?" "What about it?" "They've turned their mobility scooters into a cavalry unit. Apparently, alien armor isn't designed to handle elderly humans wielding garden tools at 30 miles per hour. The Galactic Council watched in growing horror as reports poured in from across the Earth's surface. Every demographic, every profession, every human community had found ways to turn their mundane tools into instruments of war. Children were reprogramming captured alien drones using skills learned from video games. Construction workers were building fortifications that somehow interfered with Vorthan sensors. Even human musicians had discovered that certain frequency combinations caused alien equipment to malfunction. "They're not just fighting," Zethkar realized, his voice hollow. They're learning. Every encounter makes them more dangerous. The footage showed human forces that had started with nothing but determination and improvised weapons now commanding captured alien vehicles with disturbing proficiency. They moved with coordination that seemed impossible for a species with no unified government. How? Counselor Vina's form flickered desperately. How are they adapting so quickly? Her question was answered by intercepted human communications playing across the chamber. YouTube tutorial on Vorthan energy core modification is up. Grandma's knitting pattern for anti-plasma mesh clothing went viral. The kids figured out how to hack alien communications. They're sharing the frequency on TikTok. Rose and Ryan stood atop their mechanical harvester as the sun set over what had once been Kansas wheat fields. Around them, the remnants of another Vorthan assault force lay scattered, their advanced technology claimed by human ingenuity. Think they'll try again tomorrow? Rose asked, already mentally cataloging improvements for their next battle. Ryan looked up at the alien ship still visible in the darkening sky, their numbers noticeably reduced from the initial invasion force. If they're smart, they won't. His radio crackled to life with reports from across the globe. Tokyo announced successful integration of alien technology with bullet trains. London reported that their football hooligans had somehow turned stadium lighting into orbital weapons platforms. In rural Australia, farmers were using alien hovertech to create the world's most efficient sheep herding system, one that doubled as an anti-aircraft network. You know what I think our real advantage is? Rose mused, watching a group of local children disassemble a crashed alien probe with the focused intensity of kids opening Christmas presents. What's that? We're too stubborn to know when we're beaten, too creative to follow their rules, and too connected to fight alone. In the depths of space, the Galactic Council reached their unanimous decision. The evacuation order went out across all frequencies, broadcasting in every known language. All Vorthan forces are to withdraw from the Sol system immediately. The species designation human is hereby classified as Galactic Threat Level Omega. Any future contact with Earth is strictly forbidden. As the alien fleet disappeared into the void, Rose and Ryan watched from their improvised war machine, already planning how to reverse engineer the abandoned technology scattered across their world. Humanity had been invaded by a superior galactic force. They'd turned it into a learning opportunity.